Does this English brewery deserve cult status? I'm talking about DEYA Brewery, and they are one of the most hyped breweries at the moment in England and possibly Europe and around the world. They have been making a lot of moves in the hazy beer scene, and their biggest beer has been their Steady Rolling Man. And this is a special edition version of that Steady Rolling Man beer. Why is Steady Rolling Man such a hype beer? Why is it so iconic in recent years? I think it's been a benchmark in where hazy beers have gone since, say, 2017, 2018 onwards. And that is with a bit more of a nuanced and cleaner profile that is now heading towards the bright IPA. And DEYA proved that you didn't have to go big in terms of alcohol. You didn't have to go up to 6, 7, 8, 9%. You could hit the same kind of beautiful big aromas and big hazy kind of hype with a pale ale version instead of a New England IPA version. And so Steady Rolling Man is a pale ale, but with big kind of flavors, the hazy that we all know with hazies. And this is a steady rolling Motueka. So it's a special edition hopped only with Motueka. Motueka is a New Zealand hop. It's quite a modern hop. And from what I know about it from brewing myself, it is very zesty, it's very limey, it's not so much tropical. And I used it to get a kind of zesty lime peel edge to one of my beers. But it was mixed in with other hops, so I've never actually tried it as a single hop addition to a beer. So I'm very interested in this. I'm also very interested in DEYA. I tried a couple of their beers in the pub. I was a little bit merry at the time, but I was fairly impressed. But this will be my first time drinking a DEYA sober, having a go on it, really, really giving it a thought and a taste. But I'm expecting big things because they've taken the UK by storm. These beers are everywhere. They're in pubs all up and down the country. And Steady Rolling Man has almost pretty much achieved cult status in the craft beer scene. So let's see what Deya's Steady Rolling Motueka is saying. All right, we've got a pale ale coming in at 5.2%. It is a hazy pale ale. It's got a very light color, straw like, almost blanc. I want to say like a blanc color. I don't know why I'm speaking French right now. Maybe because Deya sounds French to me, but yeah, it's a very, very light, hazy pale ale. A really brilliant white head, very, very thick foam, and it seems to be holding itself together. Looks like an impressive beer. Let's see what it smells like. Yeah, there you go. Motueka is very, very zesty, very kind of lemon and lime leaning, not tropical at all. It is all kind of a ripe, zesty lime kind of aroma coming off this beer. And that kind of comes from its kind of SARS heritage. So it's leaning on that kind of zesty edge that SARS can get to, and they've really brought that out in this hop. And yeah, it smells really, really refreshing and really bright. And yeah, something that you'd want to drink. It doesn't smell kind of creamy or that kind of juiciness that you get from something like a Verdant hazy beer. This smells very, very bright and very, very kind of clean. It doesn't smell juicy, which is leaning much more towards this kind of bright craze that's kind of building at the moment. So interesting that they've taken Steady Rolling Man and they've thrown Motueka at it. And this is the result. It's very bright, very crisp smelling, very zesty smelling. So interesting. Yeah, really nailed on. That is drinking like really, really beautiful, light mouthfeel, um, really, really soft, um, really, really soft malt profile mixed together with a fairly higher carbonation kind of bite going on, which makes this beer drink quite bright. It's not your kind of verdant, creamy mouthfeel. It is a light, pillowy, but brighter kind of mouthfeel on this hazy. But it really works, and it works really well with that zest coming from Motueka. So I'm very impressed with this beer. Just straight off the bat, very impressed. Mm. Like there is that kind of bitterness, but it is really, really blended in, and it works so well with a carbonation bite. So this isn't so that it got it so it gives you something to play with. It isn't just a juice bomb. There is a bit of bite to this beer, mainly from the carbonation. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this. I really like the direction that hazy beers are going in. We had the juice craze, and that's great. I've enjoyed that. But I also love West Coast IPAs, and I feel like we're heading back towards, beers that are a little bit more blended together and not just about throwing as many hops in as you can. And that's no kind of slight against Verdant. I think they produce amazing beers, and what they do with the kind of like really soft creaminess that they get from their yeast mixed together with the juiciness, that really, really works. But DEYA haven't copied them. They've got their own thing going on with hazies, and I'm also really enjoying this. I'm not sure what their yeast is that they're using, um, but the way that they're presenting this and the way that they're manipulating the water is kind of making it more unique. It's a little bit brighter than a Verdant beer, and there's nothing wrong with either side. If you want your really soft, creamy, pillowy, you got Verdant. If you want like still pillowy, still soft, but leaning towards brighter, Day is your brewery, and that is working really well for me. Really impressed with this beer, and Motueka is. I really enjoy it as a hop. I really do. I think there's been a lot going on in terms of you know Galaxy and Simcoe and Citra and whatever big juicy hops have been thrown into beers. And I have really enjoyed Motueka coming with the forget the tropical juice. Let's go straight to lime and lemon and zest and zing. And I really, really enjoy it. I think it's a really, really refreshing hop that really works well in the DEYA style of a hazy beer. Yeah, I could absolutely smash pint after pint of this. Sometimes with hazies, they're too juicy and they're really nice for a couple of them. And then I'm like, just give me a Pilsner or something because this is too much. But this sits right in that pocket of it gives you enough flavor, gives you enough of that hazy, malty flavor that is still light, but like nice to drink together with a lot of kind of fruitiness going on, but it is very, very drinkable. It's not over the top. It is quite thirst quenching. It's quite quaffable. So really, really, really could smash a bunch of these. I've only got one can, but if I had five on this table, I'd be very tempted just to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thanks for coming. See you in the morning. There you go. Yeah, they've built a really great malt backbone to this. It is a blank canvas, but that isn't boring. It is a white bread instead of a whiteboard, if you know what I mean. There is some malt character there. There is a very delicate, soft sweetness that is just allowing the Motueka to just be the front and center of the show. It works together really beautifully. Um, and that water chemistry and the yeast are just bringing this beer together to just be a really, really pleasing mouthfeel and taste that allows Motueka to go, hey, I'm all about the zest, I'm all about the lime and lemon peel. Enjoy it. And I'm certainly enjoying it. What a bloody good beer. Steady rolling, man. Steady rolling Motueka is absolutely smashed it. It's a gulper. It is a certified gulper. Definitely pick this up. I can't remember if I got this from the Malt Miller or from the Fuss Club, but one of those two, and it is well worth it. This is a beautiful addition of that kind of steady rolling man beer. I absolutely bloody nailed the malt bill, the water chemistry, that really, really light haze, everything going on with this beer, and then they've thrown in an absolutely fantastic New Zealand hop in Motueka, and it really, really works. Um, so pick up your steady rolling Motueka. You won't regret it. I'm not regretting it, and I'm going to smash the rest of this. Cheers to that.